It's the most wonderful time of the year. I'm heading toward Times Square, and I'll be able to swing my arms out at my sides if I want to, because there's not all these people here. But look, this is what happens. The gutters run with dead Times Square confetti. For the next month or so, it just blows around. I was on my block, 43rd and off of 9th Avenue, and oh, look, Times Square confetti is blown over here. Anyways, hi Times Square, without all the horror. Bye! This is for New Yorkers. This week we're always like, oh, thank God they went away. I mean, and if they didn't show up, I wouldn't have a job, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, this is also that time of year when Broadway shows close because things slow up considerably. Interestingly enough, Ragtime's initial announced run was supposed to end this past Sunday, which we all, look at this, look, the dancing confetti, and a dead balloon. So romantic. Yeah, we were supposed to close. Everybody knew that from the jump. That was never going to actually be the closing date, but that was the announced closing. So and other shows have, with their limited runs and stuff, it's like they're closing. They just closed on Sunday, or this next Sunday, or the Sunday after that. And then there are other shows which we'll see some closings within the next month. That is what always happens. Business starts to fall off, and new things are coming in, and you can't run forever unless you're Lion King or Wicked or Book of Mormon or. So, yeah, I'm lucky to be on a show that is, at least for now, running till mid-June, although a lot of folks are already saying, like, we're not closing in mid-June, but I mean, I don't know that. It seems unlikely that a show that is such a big hit, that will be nominated for a lot of awards and could very likely win a lot of stuff, would then close a week after the awards. But what do I know? I have been around long enough to see stupid, strange decisions being made, and even some of the things coming in, I'm not going to comment specifically, but some of the things that are announced for the next couple of months for the spring season, we're like, really? So, but what do I know? So anyways, I have my job, and it's nice to be back to a bit of a normal, just reboot, redo. My beard is much shorter today because I'm like, you know what, we're going to reboot, we're going to redo. Let's just like do over. Get back to the gym, get back to my meetings, just get back to my job, and like that. Packed up Christmas decorations, but not my tree. This year, I usually New Year's Day is when I take it down. And ornaments have been jumping off that tree for a while now. But I'm like, you know what? I need the brightness and the light, and I do love it in the living room, so I'm leaving it. What I've done is I put towels underneath it, which BZ likes to move those. Stop moving the towels. Those are to keep the jumpers from breaking on the floor. And then when things do fall off, sometimes I'm like, ooh, that's something I can knock under the couch. So, okay. But the trade-off is I get to still see the tree, and I need it right now. It's I am hopeful about this year, but wow, I don't know if you've noticed, but so far, 6 days in, it's a fucking crazy-ass time we are living in. I really think, I'm about ready to cancel my trial membership to 2026. I didn't make that expression up, but I'm using it. Yeah. And I wasn't going to talk about this. I lost someone that I love very much on Saturday. Somebody that I knew from my community and from other parts of my life, and who battled cancer that went undiagnosed and undone specifically decided for the longest time, and I'm going to blame our fucking healthcare system on some of that. And it's just been battling it, but really was so positive throughout, like, I'm going to get through this, I'm going to get past this, and I believed it. I believed him. I really believed he was going to make it. He did not. And now, of course, what I could get my brain around the last couple of months was seeing, because he was very big on social media also, being very, telling us all what was going on and sharing only positive thoughts. And thanks for all the support that he was getting, him and his husband and their son, who is very young. But even at that, as I watched his body just ravaged by cancer. I believed he was going to make it. But even at that, I know part of my brain was like, when he survives this, how will his body bounce back from all of this? How? Because look at him. It's just devouring him. But I believed it. So after he passed, I went back and I watched the last video that he did post. And it's so obvious now, of course, in hindsight, looking at that video, like, oh, this is not survivable. Look what this has done to his body. This is not survivable. So I'm, of course, very sad. I found this out, too, at Places for the matinee on Saturday, as a lot of the rest of my community also found it out, and it was just devastating. I was grateful to be surrounded by my coworkers who knew that I knew him. A lot of them knew him as well, but I think of all of us at the theater, I kind of had other ways in which I knew him. Not that it's a competition of any kind, but it was just, it was a very deep, deep sorrow for me, and it still is. But to have my actors knowing I'm going to do my job, I'm going to just keep doing my job, but to know they knew I was really sitting with something awful, and I still am. It's been very comforting to have community around remembering and talking about him. So, I'm lucky to be standing here in 2026 because he was much younger than I. So, okay, I'm going to stick with it's the most wonderful time of the year, and I'm going to throw my confetti. Bye.